Now you have session method also. So let's discuss that session method. How to implement the session method. So session method in BDC. Session method in BDC. So what you will see in case of session method, in session method, a session will be created. A session will be created into your BDC program. A session will be created into your BDC program, and you will have to process that session to complete the insertion part into the SAP system. A session will be created and we will have to process the session. From where we will process the session? We will process the session from SM35 transaction code. So we will process the session from SM35 transaction code. We will go to SM35 and we will simply process the session. We will process the session from SM35. So how you will create the session, right? So how to create or how to implement session method? Session method. In session method, yeah, in session method, we will use the following function module. This function module must be followed if you are going to implement the session method in your BDC. So in session method, we will use the following function modules. First one will be your BDC open group. BDC open group. It is used to open the group or open the session. So open the group. Second will be BDC insert. BDC insert. And third will be BDC close group. So after processing the data, you will do the BDC close group to close the group. These three function modules are used and you can simply call them. So I'm going to simply implement it. I will go to my previous program that I have created. Go back. I will do the copy of the same program. No need to record it again. So copy. This time I will name it session. Yeah, copy. I will call everything, include screen, all of them. Copy. Package and transport request. It has been copied. Let's go there, activate it. But now we don't need this call transaction. We don't need this call transaction. I'm going to simply comment it out. We don't need call transaction. We don't need to display the message also. Okay, but instead we will follow these three function module: BDC open group, BDC insert, and BDC close group. So before our loop, I will call this BDC open group. So call function. Again, you can directly call it from the coding or you can go for pattern and you can call it from here also. So BDC open group, right? You can call from here also. Pass the client. So client will be Sai MANDT is my system variable for client. Then we need a group name. So I will pass here a group name. Let's say Amrit MM01. A group Amrit MM01. Then we need to pass the username also. So I will pass username is equal to Sai uname, my system variable for user. Also, we will keep the group. I will pass it true. We'll pass it through to keep the group, right? Then we don't need any more thing, just exceptions, comment it out, because if there will be any runtime error, we will be able to understand where this error was triggered. So this will open the group. Now you have the second function module, which is BDC insert. So you will call this BDC insert inside your internal table after all this processing has been done. So call this BDC insert. So call function BDC underscore insert, press Control plus space, and this code will be called automatically, right? Here we will call the T code name which we want to call. So mm01, we want to insert the data into mm01. So mm01, you will pass your T code. In the table section, you will pass the internal table of your BDC. So LT BDC data, right? And you will simply do the uncommenting of all the exceptions. So this will be my second step. So to insert the data into your SAP system. Now, once all the insertion will be done, after the loop, what you will do, you will close the group. So call function BDC close group. This will be my third BDC close group. So BDC close underscore group. Control space, call it. And I will simply close my created group. It will close the group. So activate it, right? Now again I will change the material numbers because it has been saved already into my SAP system. So let's change it to 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Save it. I will go for execute. I will select my file, desktop. I will go for material data, right? And I will go for execute button. Yes. Yeah, it has been processed. This session has been created. This group has been created. Where it is? Yeah, what is the name? Amrit MM01. So I will go to my SM35 and you will check here. We'll go to SM35 and you can see here a session has been created, Amrit01 by Amrit01. This session name has been generated at the same time. You can check it the time here. Now select the session and go for process button so that this session can be executed. So go for process. Again, if you remember here, what was the options? Our processing mode, all screen was there. So if you want to again see all the step, you can go for process for foreground. If you want to go for error one, only if the error will be there, then screen will be visible. You can go for this display errors. Or if you want to go for background processing, that is all the background processing should be done and we just want to see the result. So you can go for this background also. It's totally up to you. I will go for background and I will go for process button. See here, session passed to background processing. Now processing has been done. I will go for this log to check the log. Yeah, see, this has been processed. I will select it and I will go for display button. Now you can see a detailed messages of all the materials. If there will be any error, you will get here error that material was not created. So from 22 to all the 31, yeah, all of them has been created and batch input processing ended. So there was no error. So from 22 to 31, I will go and check my table again. Where is my Mara table? This one, from 22 to 31. 22 to 31. Execute it. See here, material has been created successfully into our SAP system, right? It has been created successfully into our SAP system. Any questions here? BDC, two methods, call, transaction and session.
No, no questions.
Same thing is there, but you need to follow the proper guidelines. If you are making any problem in the program, if you are causing any problem, that problem you will have to face. So that is why debugging is crucial. You will check whether we are getting correct data or not, on, and then whether all these things have been passed correctly or not, because in this maintainer you cannot pass MVRSS, that will be completely incorrect. For this material we just need the material number, for industry sector we need industry sector value, for material type we need material type value, and for all other things we need the same value. These two subroutines, the job of this subroutine is to process the data which is done in the background. We are just using the features of these two subroutines, right? So this is the concept of BDC.